Okay, the community has been asking for a way to purchase mailboxes directly without having to wait, and we have delivered. This is how you can now get your mailbox. This you access from this page, the mailbox purchase page. You go to, of course, app.swifin.com, and you can access this page in two ways. One, you can click on the main menu on the top and navigate to the menu panel, which will pop up on your left, and just look for Swifin Mailbox under Account and Tools. When you click it, it will bring you to this page. The other way to access this page is to go to the home page by clicking this the Swifin icon on the top left. When you click that, and then from the home page, click on Buy Mailbox. And that again should bring you to this page. When you are on this page, there are two plans that you can select at the moment. The first one is an individual mailbox for either individual or business use. And then there is a subscription plan on a pay monthly basis, which is coming soon, so you cannot access this now. Or you can get a bundle. The bundle, you have to order a minimum size of 20 mailboxes, and this gives you a discount of 50% on each mailbox. Now, community members who want to buy this particular product and retail to other members of the community can buy this, and this gives great value. This is the best value product that you can buy for the mailbox. You buy 50% off, that is half price for each mailbox. Instead of paying $9.99, you will be paying $4.99 for each mailbox, but you have to order a minimum of 20 in this case. Now, I'm going to walk through the process on how you actually place an order. So if you are buying the single one, select. When you select, click Buy, and you'll come to this page. Here, you have to put your first name and also, of course, your last name and your password. Okay, once you put your password, it has to be a minimum of 8 characters long, as you can see here. This will be enabled, and you can just click Continue. When you get to this page, this is the typical payment collection page that you can expect from Swifin in every interaction. So here you have the invoice amount, which is $9.99, and the payment currency, which you can select. So if you are in Ghana, you can simply select Ghana CD and pay completely in Ghana CD. This will tell you how much you pay. If you're using mobile money, of course, then you can make the payment with mobile money. For those who are fortunate enough to have bank cards, you can also use your bank account. Now, when you get to this point, if you are using mobile money, then of course you need to come here, select mobile money, select Flutterwave, and then click Continue to make your purchase. Okay, I'm going to go back, and let's assume that the person who is buying is paying in US dollars or pound sterling, in which case you can just continue. You choose bank card, and you can select either Flutterwave or Stripe. If you select Stripe, click Continue. This page will be displayed. You simply put your card number here and click Pay. And once the payment is successfully collected, your email address will be created automatically and displayed to you. Okay, so that's how you access that. If you want to get, instead of getting a single box, if you wanted to get do a multi-buy where you're getting the 20 mailbox bundle, then of course you need to select this product. And when you select that, you click on Continue, or you click on Buy Multi-Buy Bundle. Here, of course, the requirement is that you are buying 20 mailboxes, and you need to provide the first name, last name, and the initial password that is required for each of those mailboxes. This is important because this information is required to have the mailbox created in the first place. So you will come in there and you will put the first name. You will also put the last name, for example, and you put an initial password. Once you've done that, this panel will go green with a tick on the top right to show that you have completed that part successfully. And then you repeat for all the other mailboxes that you're ordering, making sure that each one of them is completed satisfactorily and you have this green panel to show that it's been done. I'll show you very quickly. I'm going to fill it with sample data so that you can see the continue button at the bottom will be enabled only after you've provided all the information. This is important because when you complete all the fields and proceed to make the payment, each of those mailboxes will be created and activated immediately after successful payment collection. So let's fill it in with sample data so that we can come to the bottom and you will see I can now click continue to payment. When I click there, again this brings you to the familiar interface, the Swifin standard payment collection interface. You will select your local currency. If you're in South Africa, you can choose South African Rand and you can pay with South African Rand. If you are in the Central African region where people use this Central African franc CFA, for example, you can just enter ZAF. And by entering ZAF, this will enable you to pay with mobile money or with a bank card, depending on whether you have one. But again, if I can stick to pound sterling, I can come here, click next. Now, the currency that you select is the one that you are making the payment in. So this is the payment that will be collected, and this is the equivalent of this amount, which is equal to the invoice amount that you need to pay. This only provides, providing a mechanism to select your payment currency gives every user the flexibility to pay with the currency they have, with the instrument they have in their country, without worrying whether they have access to any other currencies or not. And here we have the different payment channels. Of course, Mcash is our own integrated local Swifin account service that anyone can use, and this is the instrument that is used to drive financial inclusion across many markets in collaboration with our local partners. And then you have the Swifin wallet, which is entirely SFN. So if you have SFN in your account, you can actually pay with that. Okay. Alternatively, you can select cryptocurrency and pay via either Coinbase or Coin Payment, mobile money via Flutterwave, and then you can select your bank card and you can make the purchase via Stripe or also Flutterwave. Once you've done that, submit and complete the payment. Once successfully completed, then your mailboxes that you have specified will be created for you automatically and become immediately accessible for you to use. Thank you very much.